archive scavengers dot listen to my radio.com. The number 2, not the word you heard. Hey, y'all listening? It's your boy Scavenger Dave, and I'm back again. Of course I am. You might as well just call me the Black, I think I said it already, the Black Jedi. And I need something else, something unique, something I'm gonna make up. Fuck it, I'm back again. Hey, yo, what's going on out there, everybody in internet land? Yo, it's your boy, and I'm on the block again with another guest. Yup, you're goddamn right. Yo, check this out, everybody. This guest, I looked at her, basically her resume. And let me give you a quick rundown. She's an international recording artist, a published model. I don't know what the fuck that means. She's a published journalist from Kansas, and she raps, she sings, she's a songwriter, artist development, you name it, she's doing it. Everybody, check this out. My girl, Mary Jane Collins. What's up, Mary?
Hi, what's up, everybody?
Alright. Yo, Mary, what you been up to? What you doing, Mary? Who is Mary Jane? The only Mary Jane I know is the candy, Mary Jane the weed, and Mary Jane from Spider-Man. That's the only Mary Janes I know. Who is Mary Jane?
Right. Miss Mary Jane, she's a hard-working industry insider. When you say published journalist, I have a blog with over 90,000 views. International recording artist. I've traveled the world. Basically working with some of the top people. Even though I would like to consider myself underground, I'm a model, published model, and basically artist development, which I help artists develop their craft to become great. Follow in my footsteps a little bit, and sometimes I can learn from them. I do a lot. Actually, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Because I've never heard of a published model. Or what is it? What exactly is a published model? I see models all the time, or they say they're models. They're half-ass naked, so I guess they say they're models. But I see models, meet them, talk to them, interview them, whatever, all the time. What's the difference between a model and a published model?
Okay, let me give you a little rundown on that. I guess you've been hearing the stuff about Instagram where people are just, putting in their bios they're a model, or they put that in the bio that they send out. But a published model is where you're actually being sought out. Your work is published, meaning say they can find your good work somewhere or in a magazine or something like that.
Okay. So you said you do music, you songwrite. I mean, what kind of music do you do? I mean, well, I said what you do, but let's hear it from you. What kind of music? For instance, let me take it like this. Let me say it like this. What made you get into music altogether, whether it be hip hop, R&B? What made you say, you know what, I want to fuck with that?
I love that question, Sasha. That's a great question. What made me get out into music was the fact that my dad was a music kid, and he had every album ever made, and we used to just bump, Bootsy Collins and just George Clinton, when we were little, and I used to hear this funky music coming out speakers and used to hypnotize me, and I could sit and just write words to the bass line before I knew anything about rap. I used to write the poems to the bass lines and stuff like that, and then one day my dad heard it, and he was like, girl, you got something going. So I just kept going with it, and I, was blessed to meet, a lot of people that, were doing it in the industry, and they kind of brought me in, and so I became an artist, forged from the fire, I like to say. And I'm a rapper, singer, songwriter, so I don't know, it's just in my blood. My dad loves music, my grandmother was a singer, my mom was a model, so it was just destined for me to kind of walk this path and do it.
Okay. So basically, it's in the DNA. It's in the family tree. They've been doing this. It just passed the torch right down to you.
Yeah. Shout out to Bootsy Collins family. I love you. See you soon, fam.
Yo, and they got some hot songs too. Yo, and you know what? You said something that really caught my attention. You said you used to write and listen to the bass line. Because back in the days, in the 80s, 90s, niggas was sampling, you talking about rap producers like Premier, freaking Pete Rock, You name them. We used to always sample. You get a sample, you drop the treble, and you pull the bass out and keep the bass line. Why was the bass line so important to you?
I mean, you know, it was the life of the song. You know, it's just the life of the bass line to speak to you. Like when you first hear that knock about the speakers, say from like Boosie's telephone bill, you know, it gets you emotional. It's inspiring and it brings that passion out. So I believe that that's like the life behind music. You know, it's just the whole bass line. So it's very important. I mean, can you imagine a song without a bass line?
Well, you know what? No, I can't, because I personally, everybody out there, Scavenger Dank listens to. I don't listen to rap no more unless it's the artist on the show, and that's it. If I'm gonna listen to any rap music, it's on this show. And I listen to a lot of rock music, and even in rock music, they got a bass guitarist. That's it. He's in there. He's king. He is the fact.
Yeah.
But so let me ask you. Let me ask you this, Mary. As a female, as a woman. What are the obstacles you face as far as getting your foot in the door, getting your name out there? Because, you know, in this game, the man is superior. And it takes a woman basically to be half-ass naked like Little Kim and your girl, what's her fucking name? The other one that be butt-ass naked. What's her name? Nicki Minaj. You know, it takes that kind of a look, so to speak, in order to even get noticed. What do you have to say about a woman in the music industry?
I've been asked that question before. I actually was asked that question at a seminar where I got to meet Russell Simmons and Erica Badu, and they were basically schooling the next generation on music as far as the females coming to the game. They wanted to like kind of shut that down a bit because they were like, that's not real music. Which they weren't saying it in a bad way. They were just saying that there's so much stuff going on that they wanted, you know, females to come with something else. Well, my stance on that is, I appreciate strong women. You know, sometimes you have to use what you got. You know, no lie. Feminine, you know, roles or whatever they call it. But as far as just like going, when they go too far with it, that's what, you know, kind of drives away from it. But I don't hate on any female that's out there doing what she got to do. I would just suggest that they be careful, because once you go down that route, that's really all people expect of you, and you won't get no real respect in the industry. It looks like they're getting respect, but they really not. I mean, because from what Russell Simmons said, it was just all bad. But, you know, shout out to all my women, my strong women out there holding it down. And I don't know, you don't really have to do that, but if that's what you choose to do, just you know, keep it classy, you know, and keep it professional, and let them know that, you know, it's just an image. But if that's what you do, then that's what you do. Because there's strippers that get into the game. It's like a wave of that, where it's like, you know, strippers just becoming rappers and whatnot. So you kind of just got to take it with a grain of salt. But I'm for any strong woman that's, you know, willing to, I guess, put herself out there like that, but not in a bad way, you know. But I do love my Queen MCs. Yeah. Shout out to MC White and Queen.
Of course.
You know, who was the original and whatnot. It never showed anything. You know, sometimes you have your females that show everything, and that's just them. You know, some people are like that. And then you have your women who can speak, and they're strong women and they're queens. But, you know, to me, every woman's a queen. But shout out to everybody that's coming out.
All right, check this out. Scavengers, check this out. Did you ladies, this is really for you ladies. Listen to what she just said. If you present yourself in a certain way, let me give you an example. So, you know, for all my hood chicks out there, if you're a crackhead and you've been smoking crack and sucking dick for 10 years, but you decided to go in a suit and now you want to be a professional, we already got an image portrayed of who you are. You got to be careful of how you present yourself and how to know how to put your foot in it and then pull your foot out of it and still maintain your dignity. Ain't that right, Mary?
Yeah, it's all about the dignity. That is right. That's the key word, is dignity. Don't give up your dignity. You know, you can be sexy or you can present yourself, you know, however you want to. Because there's some females that are just that. You know, they ooze sex appeal. But, you know, it's about the dignity. You know, they really going to test you, too, and find out if that's what you're really about. So don't play that game if you ain't ready to spin the wheel. You know, I would suggest that you keep your clothes on and, you know, you do what you got to do, you know, as far as lyrically and business-wise. But, you know, if that's what you do, then, you know, hustle on. I ain't mad at you.
All right. Yo, check this out, Mary Jane. Like as far as like as a female, you're a female, so you know female things. Like, let me jump off of that and jump onto this. If a female is like, I'm a real woman and I need a real man, right?
Yeah.
But she gets a real man and for some reason she fucks it up. And then moves on to the next man and says the same fucking thing to him. What do you say about things like that? The image that's portrayed on relationships today, love, and how we view each other, man to a woman, woman to a man. How do you see that?
Well, I mean, I hear a lot of men complain about women watching the reality shows nowadays, and they're going off of that, like, oh, you know, this is how it's supposed to be. If she's getting this, I should be getting this. Or if he's doing that, then my man should be doing this. Or if he's doing that on TV, then that's gotta be what my man's doing. You know, especially people in the industry that have, you know, their significant other that they dating. Their significant others will watch a show and, you know, be like, is that really how you're gonna roll? Oh my God, it's drama. You know, but I think that we need to just really come together and, you know, respect each other, because it's really hard to keep a relationship nowadays with social media and, you know, just everything is being thrown in your face. And these men, they have a lot of temptation, so, you know, kind of cut your man's slack a little bit, you know, and understand that, you know, they gonna live, they gonna do what they do, but, you know, at the end of the day, if they come home to you and they're not bringing nothing home, on top of that, because I hate when people say, oh, well, they're coming home to me, but if they're not bringing nothing home and they respect you and they love you, you know, just go with that and don't try to change the person or mold a person into something. Let them be them, because I believe that, you know, relationships thrive when each person is able to grow and be themselves. But if they come to a relationship and they feel like it's a self, you know, then you got a problem. And that's a lot of what I see. Now, black love.
Yo, you know what? She basically hit home. And when I say hit home, I mean my home, like in the personal life. You got a female, like she just said. If you're in a relationship, let the person be themselves. If you try to change them into some shit you want, when you know damn well that person ain't like you, lady scavengers, y'all know goddamn well your man ain't that way. He's this way. When you met him, he was that way. Now, if you want to tweak him a little bit to please you, okay. But he's not going to be that other nigga. He's going to be himself. And it's best that you appreciate him for who he is and accept him for who he is than to try to create a person that doesn't exist. Because inside, that man just might fucking explode and be like, you know what? Fuck it.
No.
And vice versa for men with women. It's the same thing. If you're gonna get with somebody, get with the person for who they are, not what you want them to be.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something, Mary.
To be entitled, you know, like I'm just saying, and this is just a case of scenario. Say, fellas, if you dating a stripper, and this is just not a regular everyday situation, but say you fall in love with a stripper, you know.
Oh, in Atlanta, Mary Jane, it's every day. That's every day. Shit.
No. Yeah. And with a man, if you fall in love with a player, you know, they'll eventually change. You know what I'm saying? You just have to let them know that you stand up for yourself and be like, look, you're not going to disrespect me. You know, we good. I love you to death. And, you know, you do what you do, but, you know, I don't want to be disrespected. And, you know, after they hear that a couple of times, they'll see, like, oh, you know what, she ain't for this, or either I'm going to take my games up or I'm going to change. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, try to be faithful and whatnot. But you got to embrace the person. Love is love.
All right. Yo, talk to me about your music, Mary Jane. You know, what's one of your hottest tracks? Because you sent me a couple of joints. But which one do you like the best?
I think I sent you Ain't You Blown.
Yeah.
I love that one because it went #1 in Japan.
Word?
No, Try Me went #1 on WGCI radio. Shout out to WGCI Chicago and NAL Production. Ain't You Blown, I wrote that, I guess it was raining and it was storming. And we were sitting back and we were smoking, and it was just, you know, I love those type of nights. So, you know, those type of nights inspire me to, it's just something about the creativity that's inside me just inspired me to write that. So, when you listen to Ain't You Blown, I was just asking, like, you know, ain't you high? You know, ain't you high right now?
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
Okay. Well, I mean, when you step into the booth as a female, you know, and men already got that perception on that. So, you know, what motivates you? What makes you say, you know what? I'm about to drop this. I'm about to go in there. What puts you into that zone?
Just the fact that I'm a part of the boys club, and I want to prove that females can do it too. You know, we can be strong. We can stand up and, outfit some of the male spitters. I've been around some killers, some killer spitters, and I've learned from them. But when I step into that booth, I know that they listening, and they specifically want to see if you sound like a girl, or do you sound like an MC? So, I really want, I try to light it up. I try to set it on fire and leave no stage for no one else. Or no mic. It's on fire. It's over.
Alright, so it's a comet coming out of the sky at high velocity, giving mad friction. Yo, Mary Jane, like who inspires you the most? Like what artists out there today or from the past that inspires Mary Jane?
I want to say, and I got to be honest, I like a lot of the old school female MCs. I like Shantae, Roxanne Shantae. I like Sulan Pizza. I love Trina. I'm in love with Trina. Let's see, MC Light because of her strength and just really, I really don't have no specifics. I just name my top faves, but everybody, any female that's really out there doing it and she's really serious about it, she's not playing and messing it up for everybody else, I'm inspired by. I've met some underground artists that totally, inspired me, and they hadn't had a radio nationwide or nothing like that, or album nationwide. So it just depends, if I see you and I see real talent and passion, and you're driven, that inspires me.
Okay, so as far as you're from Kansas, so in Kansas, what's the competition like? What's the music like out there? Because in Atlanta, the South seems to have the music industry in a fucking chokehold and won't let go. For some strange reason, New York just lost it, and the South said we're gonna keep this for 20 fucking years and counting. What do you think about that? Like, as far as that's concerned, like in Kansas, I've dealt with a lot of artists from Kansas, Kentucky, St. Louis, the Midwest, and there's a lot. And don't get me twisted, everybody. There's a lot of talent in the Midwest that will blow your mind. Why do you think that talent isn't being exposed?
We're not a major entertainment center. The major entertainment centers are Los Angeles, Atlanta, where you are, and down south, close to Nashville. Those are major entertainment centers for music and acting and movies and whatnot. So we just haven't really set up anything here major as far as entertainment when it comes to kind of promoting our music and whatnot. We basically go leave out of town, or they come here and they visit us, or whatever. But I don't know, we're just not a major entertainment center. But we got next, I feel. Not like next as in the South has it on lock, but there's a lot of people that's coming from Kansas that are, working behind the scenes, and you might see them if they make it through the levels of the game, whatnot. But the competition here, it's pretty fierce. I know some females that kill it. I mean, they're really nice. I mean, at once upon a time, I didn't know other competitions because I just, I had a tunnel vision and I wasn't really paying attention to anybody else. But as I got out into the scene with my blog, I started meeting different artists, and they were just totally making me proud. And I was like, wow, so we got some killer MCs here, And I think that sound comes from California. It comes from the South. It comes from it just comes and falls here and makes a perfect blend. If you look at Kanye West, he's from Chicago, but there's something about these Midwest artists that they got that perfect mixture. And I don't know, I'm waiting to see one really blow up. Besides Teflon, shout out to the homie. I love his style and everything like that. And it just, stuff like that. You see a lot of competition, and it's pretty dope. The thing's nice. I love the accuracy too.
Let me ask you something. It says that you're an artist developer. Let's say I'm an artist, right? And I contact Mary Jane, and I'm like, well, what could you do for me? How could you help me develop my craft? Because there's a lot of people that's gonna be listening to this, and I know somebody's gonna come at me like, yo, hook me up with Mary Jane, and I'm like, well, what do you offer? What is the process of developing an artist?
First I feel like an artist has to believe in themselves first for me to even help you develop. If you come into the studio, I can smell whether you have confidence or not. And that's the number one thing is confidence and believing in yourself. And if you don't believe in you, you can't convince the world that you're going to be as high as you say you are. You can say you high, but if you really don't believe that dream, and it's really not a dream and a goal, I can sense that a mile away. As far as artist development, I think I create superstars. Everybody that's ever been around me, they step their game up. They see that I'm professional, I'm serious when I get into the studio and just on stage. I have to look at stage presence. I have to basically just bring out the best writer in them that they can. And artist development is really just that. It's just developing your craft to be untouchable, to where people can, smell your talent. Like if you're in a room with Russell Simmons, you know automatically that you're a developed artist and you're ready. But if you're an undeveloped artist, he's not going to waste his time. So, that's kind of where I help it. I help with their stage show, help with their look, help with interviews and the way they talk, and basically just try to bring out the best artists they can be.
So as a published journalist, right? Like, what do you look for, like, to write when you're doing your journalism? What do you go for? Right. So the actual events of the day, the social issues of the day, or what do you go for when you start to journalize?
Well, basically, how I came into journalism, I was always a writer in high school, so it was basically kind of like a major for me to, go towards English and whatnot. I love wordplay and words. When I'm writing my blog, or say like when I used to write for masterfitnews.com, I used to be a former hip-hop beat writer, I basically covered like the latest issues in music as far as like if Janet Jackson was touring, or I don't know, just whatever's hot, if Chris Brown, has a new hot single or whatever, or if people are making noise about it.
Yeah.
It's basically just, regular music news. And I came upon that when being on the club scene, and I was like, man, I got the hookup. I know everybody. I just need to get the scoop from everybody.
Okay.
Because I know what's going on. So I basically started throwing it on the blog, and it started popping. And I want to shout out Masterfield News for putting me on and giving me my chance and whatnot. My blog is now, like I said, it's about 90,000 views. And, when I was just doing it by myself, it was probably 300 views a day. And I was like, oh my God, this is going nowhere. But if you get out in politics and you flash your network, it builds up. And basically, I, fell into a major audience and was able to take my writing national. So basically that's what it is. And when I cover social issues, it could be like something crazy, like how CDJ just got into it with a lot of people or whatever. I'll say something about that.
Yeah.
I don't try to really throw dirt on nobody. I'm a positive blogger, and I would rather, shine the light on the positive attributes of the artist or, whatever. I think that we have a lot of that going on where people are throwing people up under the bus for fame. And I don't like that. That's not the type of blog that I write, So basically, also, too, I cover world news. So, if it's happening over in Afghanistan, I'll try to, keep you up on it and whatnot. Because,
Okay.
Being an international recording artist, I'll try to, just basically touch everything around the world.
Yeah, you know what? Name some of the places you've been.
Yeah, I've been to the French Riviera. I've been overseas, Germany. I've made a brief pit stop in Japan. It's so many to name. My passport just marked up, so and I've kind of been sitting still for the past 4 or 5 years. But when we were international touring, we touched some of those places, and we were supposed to go more, but some of our major sponsors kind of fell out. So, and I want to say Donald Trump was one of them. He's on TV and he's, talking about making America great and whatnot. He used to invest in, rap concerts and tours. Snoop Dogg and Fantasia, he invested in their tour. That was one of the first international tours that I've ever kind of participated in and whatnot. So, basically, I just kind of, just touched a lot of places all around the world.
So, in your profession and in your travels, dealing with artists and models and things of that nature and moving around and shit, what is the difference between here, as far as music is concerned, and the appreciation and over there, wherever that might be, in music?
Oh my God, it's such a vast difference. Let's say like Japan, like they love hip hop. You will be surprised, like they have clubs where they basically just sit and listen to old school rap. And it's like how you name P-Rock and CL2, like they totally appreciate that whole sound and they love it. Now over here, you know, it's just, I guess it's like a dime a dozen, like everybody does it, but over there, they stay a fan, you know, and they don't just cross the line and be like, oh yeah, I'm a rapper too, you know. They really appreciate the art, and you'd be surprised, they love hip hop. I mean, their flag is so thick over there, and it just totally was a culture shock when I seen that. You know, French Riviera, you know, they may not even speak our language, but they're still listening to hip hop. So, you know, I would want to say to all the hip hop artists that's really, you know, putting out music, think about that, because if you got somebody that's listening to you in France, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to emphasize so hard. Just, you know, be musical, because that's what they relate to. They, you know, they hear that melody and whatever, and they just, you know, they love it. And it's not as hard to break overseas as everyone thinks. You just have to be, you know, on top of it talented. But you'd be surprised, they love it.
Yo, you know what, everybody? Check this out. You heard it from the woman herself. International recording artist, published journalist, published model, whatever the fuck that means. Yo, and artist developer. So if you're an artist and you're serious about your work, you already know who to go to. We got Mary Jane Collins on the line. Mary Jane, who you want to give a shout out to?
Oh my goodness, yes, I have a massive shout out with, yeah, shout out to everybody that's listening tonight, you know, that's rocking with Scavenger Inc. and all your fans. I appreciate, you know, y'all taking the time out to check out Miss Mary Jane. I love y'all back.
No doubt.
What's up? I love the show too, also.
You better.
Ron Douglas, BT Management, for basically just being cool all the way around the board. He's working on some All-Star Weekend events with some heavy hitters in the game. They're trying to create all weekend long events. They're looking for sponsors for that. Get it them, GQ Management, the only _ Roman on Instagram. Shout out to Lolly White of Preacher's Daughters. You can book her. She's actually auditioning for Empire. I want to tell you that, Scavenger.
Okay.
Lolly White is the Preacher's Daughter. She's auditioning for Empire, and they loving her. You might see her on there, so you heard it here first. If you see Lolly White on there, Empire's doing it big. They really are looking into, you know, talent all around the world, so I want to shout them out, you know, all the producers and all the writers over there, because they really keep it real, and if you watch the show, it's like real. It's real music.
You know what, Mary Jane? You know what, Mary Jane? I started to watch Empire, but then I saw too much gay shit, and I'm like, fuck that. I don't even see these niggas kissing and shit. Fuck that. I just stopped watching it. Like, man, I don't want to see this shit.
Yeah. Well, you know, and we have to acknowledge that crowd, you know, because it's a large hip hop following, and some of them are gay, you know.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
I know some people who they frequent like some hip hop clubs and underground hip hop, and they're gay and whatnot. You have a large fan base when it comes to them, and I don't, you know, necessarily like to leave them out. I mean, you know, when you first, I think everybody was kind of shocked when we watched Empire. We seen the scene, we were like, oh my God, this is too much. But if you look past that, you know, the storyline and everything, it's pretty dope. You know, but you got to acknowledge that fan base and those people, because some of the people are killing themselves because they being misunderstood. They're not able to live their life. Now, I'm not for all the flagrant, you know, like say, out passing the package around or whatever the case may be. And that could be straight people too. But, you know, if you just are me more, then I don't really hate on that. And, you know, shout out to everybody who's trying to live their life. But, you know, yeah, Empire was crazy. And, you know, 50 and then we're beefing with Empire. Their show Power.
Oh, yeah.
50 tweeted out that it was too much gay stuff on Empire, and that's why people were going to Power. So if you don't want to watch Empire, go to Power. But look out for my girl, Lolly White, on Power.
All right, no doubt. No doubt. Yo, you know what? Where can they find Mary Jane? Like, how can someone look at your work, contact you if they're serious about their work? And I hope you scavengers out there are all serious about your work, or your ass shouldn't really be on the show or listening to the show. If you're not serious, this show is dedicated to one thing only: to you, to the artist, to the model, to the producer, to the songwriter, to the fucking photographer, to you. If you're serious about your craft, if they are, how can they contact? How can the fans get with or follow Mary Jane?
Okay, well, they can text me www.njliveinfo.com, where you can check out my interview with the real Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross, the real boss.
You know what? Yeah, let me cut you off. Hold on, Mary Jane. Let me cut you off. I went to a listening party, right? And when I got the email, it said hosted by Rick Ross. So I'm like, yo, okay, Rick Ross gonna be there. So, you know, my girl, she's like, oh shit, I wanna go meet Rick Ross. But I was like, bet, I do too. So we went, and it was not, and it said the real Rick Ross. And I was like, you're not the real Rick Ross.
Right. Yeah, you got the right Rick Ross, and you got the what I call the real Rick Ross, who Rick Ross is rapping about. I mean, and there's no shade, no beef or nothing like that, because, you know, people idolize their, you know, people are figures in the hood and whatnot. But that's the real Rick Ross. So shout out to him. So he's really, I think he's trying to create a movie, and he's got McKenna behind it. There's some big things going on and whatnot. And I don't know, it's just, you know, he's the real boss, and you know, people kind of take from his life and make it their own. So, like I said, there's no shade and whatnot. And people are, you know, just not really getting to know that. Like, it's a lot of people that don't know who he is. But
Yeah.
If you connect, they kind of, you know, streetwise, you know who Rick Ross is. And that's why I said, if you real, you real, you know. And once you find out who he is, you know, just respect game and just be like, you know, okay, it's a real one and then it's a rap one. You know, and that's what I do. Because a lot of people don't acknowledge the rap Rick Ross. You know, from the street. You know, they're like, nah, you know, we got the real one over here. And a lot of people don't acknowledge the real Rick Ross from the rap world. But I just merge them together. You know, it's not the same thing, but, you know, shout out to everybody that's trying to live and do it. So, yeah, you know, he's got, like, big movies coming out. He puts people on. I like when people, you know, people with young talent and they believe in him. He has his own record company that he's launching. So, you know, if you're an artist and you want to deal, you think you're hot, you know, get it to Real Rick Ross on Facebook. He has a whole conglomerate of people that he works with that you can deal with, and, you know, they'll try to put you on and put you out, you know.
All right, check this out, Mary Jane. No, check this out. No, hold on. Check this out, everybody. She's giving you, ladies, you fellas, some sound advice. And I'm going to let her give you a little bit more advice. Mary Jane, if you don't mind, take us out. Give them some advice. Give them something to chew on.
As far as like artists or a musician?
Period. Just whatever.
Period. Oh, in life, right. Keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and not just, it ain't just a stand. It's really real. I mean, like, just, you know, keep it real with yourself. You know, if the situation ain't good, you know, acknowledge it and, you know, fix it and try to do better. You know, and don't give up on yourself. There's a lot of people out here that, you know, they down right now and they're trying to make it. You know, artists that, you know, at the bottom, and they feel like they'll never get to the top. You just keep fighting, and, you know, you'll get there sooner or later. Because I mean, how I got discovered was I went to a show, and I really was, you know, just kind of over it, and I just went because, you know, someone told me, just keep performing, just, you know, you're getting somebody will see. And sure enough, at that show that I didn't want to go to, just because I didn't know what was up with it, and I was so tired of the hip-hop thing and whatnot because of the letdowns and everything, I got discovered. So, you know, just right when you think that you can't take no more, that's when your opportunity is knocking, so don't give up. That would be my advice in life, you know. And if you're having a hard time, you know, just keep your head up and keep God first, you know, and pray, and it's gonna be all right, you know, and he'll fix it for you, and he'll, you know, clear that path so your haters out the way, and prepare you a table in front of your enemies, you know what I'm saying? And look, that Future Management Scavenger, they're behind the tour, run out with the club tour, which flies, and he'll be at the New Caribbean City, I want to say, downtown LA, March 18th, 9 p.m. to 10 a.m. Go check that out. Flies, a new album with Carlton and whatnot. And also, like, I'm working with this guy. He's a Elvis impersonator, and he's like the top one in the nation. He has like his whole tour bus. He goes on tour. He's been a brand new Vegas and whatnot. He'll be performing tomorrow in Independence. If y'all, you know, looking for live entertainment, you know, anything with Jerry, you ain't got nothing to do, check him out. He's on my list of top things to do in Kansas City, Missouri, and yeah, I just want to shout out, my sons in Vegas, Raina, Eric C. of Eric C. Productions, let's get that comedy show going with YouTube Management, and to everybody that's listening right now, I really appreciate it. You know, thank you for having me on your show, Scavenger. I really appreciate it. If you want to book Wally, who's got the auditions going on in Empire, it's booking Wallywood at gmail.com, you know. If she's beautiful, she's sexy, you want her to host a party, she'll come through, you know, so if you can handle all that sexiness, she's real sexy.
No doubt, no doubt. That sound like me.
Okay, right.
Yo, check this out, everybody. You got the contact information. You heard what she said. You know what she does. International recording artist, a published model, published journalist from Kansas. She raps, she sings, she writes songs. She can help you make you better. That's what she does. This is who she is. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Mary Jane, it was great having you on the show. I'm not only happy, I'm honored. Cause I've been watching you for some years, really. I'm not a stalker and shit, but hey. Yo, on the line, we got Mary Jane Collins. Yo, check this out, Mary Jane. It was an honor. It was a pleasure, and I can't wait to play your music. And when it goes down, it goes down. All right?
Yeah. And, you know, can I also say one more thing?
Sure.
Okay. Y'all can hit me up on Twitter, Miss Mary Jane PR, or Instagram, The Real Miss Mary Jane. You'll see me. And just, you know, hit me up. Like I said, I'm not afraid to talk. I'll speak to anybody, and whatever you want to know, whatever you got to say, if you want to do business, you know, holler at Michael Bronner and Feature Management. Shout out to Ron Douglas, like I said, for putting me on. Shout out to Scavenger Gang for being the shit.
You're not following me on Instagram.
I'm not following you on Instagram.
No, you're not, and you know you're not.
Did you send me a request?
I'm just joking, man. Nah, I didn't. I just started this shit, really.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna look you up tonight and I'm gonna follow you.
Hey!
Talking to you, how about that one?
Yo, on the line, Mary Jane Collins. Yo, check this out. Hit her up. She's doing her thing. This isn't a joke. This isn't a prank. She's not flexing on Facebook. She ain't flexing on Twitter. You can see her work. She's showing you. She's telling you. Do what it do. Support each other. And we all eat. It's that simple. Yo.
Yeah.
Archive Scavengers. Listen to myradio.com.